Luke was 15 when he asked Mother if he could have a birth certificate. He wanted to enroll in driver's ed because Tony, our oldest brother, was making good money driving rigs, hauling gravel, which he could do because he had a license. Sean and Tyler, the next oldest after Tony, had birth certificates. It was only the youngest four, Luke, Audrey, Richard, and me, who didn't. Mother began to file the paperwork. I don't know if she talked it over with Dad first. If she did, I can't explain what changed his mind. Why suddenly a 10-year policy of not registering with the government ended without a struggle. But I think maybe it was that telephone. It was almost as if my father had come to accept that if he were really going to do battle with the government, he would have to take certain risks. Mother's being a midwife would subvert the medical establishment. But in order to be a midwife, she needed a phone. Perhaps the same logic was extended to Luke. Luke would need income to support a family, to buy supplies and prepare for the end of days. So he needed a birth certificate. The other possibility is that Mother didn't ask Dad. Perhaps she just decided, on her own, and he accepted her decision. Perhaps he, charismatic gale of a man that he was temporarily swept aside by the force of her. Once she had begun the paperwork for Luke, Mother decided she might as well get birth certificates for all of us. It was harder than she expected. She tore the house apart looking for documents to prove we were her children. She found nothing. In my case, no one was sure when I'd been born. Mother remembered one date, Dad another, and Grandma down the hill, who went to town and swore an affidavit that I was her granddaughter, gave a third date. Mother called the church headquarters in Salt Lake City. A clerk there found a certificate from my christening, when I was a baby, and another from my baptism, which, as with all Mormon children, had occurred when I was 8. Mother requested copies. They arrived in the mail a few days later. "For Pete's sake," Mother said when she opened the envelope. Each document gave a different birth date, and neither matched the one Grandma had put on the affidavit. That week, Mother was on the phone for hours every day. With the receiver wedged against her shoulder, the cord stretched across the kitchen, she cooked, cleaned, and strained tinctures of golden seal and blessed thistle, while having the same conversation over and over. "Obviously, I should have registered her when she was born, but I didn't. So here we are." Voices murmured on the other end of the line. "I've already told you, and your subordinate, and your subordinate's subordinate, and 50 other people this week, she doesn't have school or medical records. She doesn't have them. They weren't lost. I can't ask for copies. They don't exist." "Her birthday? Let's say the 27th. "No, I'm not sure." "No, I don't have documentation." "Yes, I'll hold." The voices always put Mother on hold when she admitted that she didn't know my birthday, passing her up the line to their superiors, as if not knowing what day I was born delegitimized the entire notion of my having an identity. "You can't be a person without a birthday," they seemed to say. I didn't understand why not. Until Mother decided to get my birth certificate, not knowing my birthday had never seemed strange. I knew I'd been born near the end of September, and each year I picked a day, one that didn't fall on a Sunday because it's no fun spending your birthday in church. Sometimes I wished Mother would give me the phone so I could explain.